better finish.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Bellinelli. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Yeah, things are starting to look up. I mean, they're making amends for that slow start, finding a rhythm right now.
And the Nets making a change here. Thomas is checked in. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Magic was simply terrific. He ended with 13 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. It was just a solid outing for him, and one that every coach likes to see.
All right, Doris, well, what do you guys think? Does that kind of energize a player in his next game?
Guys, it's tricky, you know, because when you work as hard as he did in that game, you tend to be a little worn down. But on the other hand, he also has to be feeling terrific in terms of the confidence about the state of his game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, I'd say mentally he's in peak condition, while physically he could probably use a recharge.
Trying his luck deep. That's good. Freak's got 7 points in the game. Pistons leading by 7. Now here's Williams. 17 points for him last game against New York. And the wide open shot from Morris. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Now here's Freak. He's covered closely. Fires the three, and that one's good. And now it's just a 4-point Piston lead.
After having none in the first, he gets 2 3-point shots to go here.
Harris outside. He feeds it to Caldwell Pope. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. And Stevenson's checked in for Brooklyn. Tie game in Brooklyn.
Kevin, we have...
Welcome back. The calendar has flipped over, and so have we, into the second half of our broadcast.
Talk about a terrific game for Freak. 10 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
Freak, he's in at point guard. Bogdanovich out there with Young. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Stevenson in at the shooting guard position. So that's the Nets 5. Harris misses.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Now here's Freak. Lopez sets a screen for Freak. To the paint, Lopez. Makes it off the glass. Lopez has got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Drummond a screen. Williams attacking. It's his first trip to the line. 2 shots. No good on that one. He hits the second from the line. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Freak passes to Lopez. Lopez sets a screen for Freak. He dishes it to Bogdanovich. It's stolen by Harris. Here's Bellinelli. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Drummond sets the screen for Williams for the lead from the baseline. Second shot opportunity, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Detroit shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here. Brooklyn trailing. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the 3rd quarter. On the wing, Stevenson. Young, a screen on Williams. Freak dishes to Young. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Young's got it all tied up now for the Nets. Double team on Williams. Drummond a screen. And stolen by Freak. Pull up Jay. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Williams kicks to Drummond. There's a screen by Williams. Back to Drummond. Just 5 to shoot. It's Williams with the drive. And the shot is good. Williams has got 5 now.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Freak with it. 12 points for him. He tries for 3. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Stevenson against Harris. On the wing, Williams. They set the pick. Pass to Drummond. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And here is our 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's toughest defensive teams over the course of the last 10 games. The Nets second.
I mean, they've been impressive on the defensive end, and they may have caught a few teams on off nights, but you've got to give them credit. They've made scoring a chore when you look at their opponents.
Right, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Jack comes in for Lance Stevenson, and Detroit with a change here too. Johnson, he's checked in for Harris. Shots good from Young.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
Here's Bellinelli. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Ilyasova sets a screen for Williams. Johnson right side. Takes a 3. And it's Freak with the rebound. Nets have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the 3rd. Lopez, a screen on Williams. Freak with it. He's picked up by Drummond. And Lopez throws it down. This game has a lot of character here in the 3rd period.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I love seeing this type of action. A competitive, compelling matchup. A lot of lead changes here so far.
Yeah, 6 already. Intensity is the theme for this one.
Here is Williams. After the basket by Brooklyn. Bellinelli up top. Drummond passes to Williams. Shot is no good. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Their last encounter was in Detroit, where they were able to handle the Pistons.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls and, of course, went on to win it.
Exactly. They were the aggressors. They played a grinded-out, gritty style that they'd be wise to emulate tonight.
And stolen by Freak. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum. That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
And Jack, here we go. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
And there isn't a lot that they're doing well right now defensively. They just seem to be disconnected defensively in the second.
Outside Williams. Pass to Ilyasova. There's a screen by Williams. Off the screen. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that. He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Now Bellinelli. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Williams with a clean look. Can't make good off the pick.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Brooklyn Nets.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. Changes. Lopez, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Young comes in for Thomas. And Freak subbed in for Jarrett Jack. Detroit also making some changes. Andre Drummond's checked in for Bargnani. Ilyasova comes in for Morris. And it's Bellinelli in for Johnson. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Ilyasova out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Harris. Then there's Bellinelli. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the shooting guard. Screen by Young. Here's Freak. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Pistons trail by 9. Pass to Bellinelli. Back to Harris. Rebound, Brooklyn. Freak's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
1:58 left in the fourth quarter. The dish to Young. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
And, you know, guys, that kind of offensive efficiency really keeps a lot of pressure on the opponent, and that's part of why the lead is what it is.
And, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
And they've also worked hard to get the ball inside. They haven't just settled. And they've hit a lot of high percentage shots in this game.
Mo Williams is checked in for Kentavious Caldwell Pope.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
In the corner, it's Stevenson. Young with no one around. That ball. Nice feed that time from Stevenson. Stevenson's got 5 assists in the game. That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second.
Boy, they came out of the locker room at halftime with a much more physical disposition than they had in the first half.
And that helps, Clark. They've got extra trips to the foul line, and they need that to continue if they're going to get back in this game. I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Here's Bellinelli. Dishes it to Harris. That's good.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Nets.
You're right, Steve. This has got to feel good. I mean, they never counted themselves out when they were down earlier, and now, Clark, they not only muscled their way back into the game, but wow, they're in a position, shockingly, to win it easily
I
here.
think this epitomizes the will to win. You have to admire the perseverance of never doubting your teammates, your coaches. This team stayed together. I really like what I've seen here. They definitely earned this.
So, looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
Yep, but 2 more to go before the end of the season, and they'll obviously be very confident heading into those 2 games.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Freak. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Good on the shot.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
Ilyasova can't hit. The 3, no good. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbed.
Kevin, we have
The 2K Sports postgame show.